Man, it's incredibly frustrating to look in the mirror and see more scalp than you used to, or, to pull those scary clumps of hair out of the drain. When that panic sets in, it is so tempting to just go and buy the first shiny bottle of hair gummies you see. But here's the hard truth. Most of the supplement aisle is just pure marketing fluff. Today, we're putting a hard stop to the guesswork. We are going to evaluate hair supplements using real, published clinical data. So it's the million-dollar question, right? Do hair vitamins actually work, or are you just buying expensive fruit-flavored snake oil? Honestly, it's shockingly easy to waste hundreds of dollars a year on products that biologically cannot change your hair growth. But hey, the good news is there is real science out there. By the end of this explainer, you're going to know exactly what works, what doesn't, and how to spend your money wisely based on actual hard evidence.
Welcome to another video of Food Nourish, the videocast of foodnourish.net, where we explore topics like health, food, supplements, and alternative approaches to health and wellness.
Okay, let's dive into this. We have a highly organized, totally fluff-free agenda today. 1. The hair growth reality. 2. Decoding the label. 3. Top recommendations. 4. The growth timeline. And 5. Some final advice.
Section 1. The hair growth reality. When do supplements actually help?
So when do these things actually work? Well, they're highly effective if you have a measurable nutrient deficiency. For example, if your blood work shows your ferritin, which is your iron storage, is under 30 nanograms per milliliter, or maybe your vitamin D is low. They also work incredibly well for postpartum shedding, which usually hits about 3 to 6 months after delivery. But here's where we have to be realistic. No vitamin on Earth is going to cure male pattern baldness once you've hit a Norwood 3 stage, which is that clear temple recession. They also won't fix genetic female pattern thinning on their own, and there's no way they reverse traction alopecia from tight hairstyles. If your blood work is normal and your diet is perfect, throwing random vitamins at the problem does almost nothing.
However, there is a massive exception where supplements absolutely shine, and that's a condition called telogen effluvium. This is stress-triggered shedding. It usually hits 2 to 3 months after a major physical or emotional stressor. Think an illness, a surgery, or even a really severe diet. Suddenly, 30% of your hair follicles enter the resting phase all at once, and they just start falling out. If you're recovering from this kind of stress-induced shedding, you are a prime candidate for a targeted, high-quality supplement to help kickstart those resting follicles right back into the active growth phase.
Section 2. Decoding the supplement label. Don't get scammed. First off, you really need to look out for these major red flags. The absolute biggest one, biotin doses over 10,000 micrograms. Real biotin deficiency is incredibly rare. Back in 2017, the FDA actually issued a warning because massive doses of biotin can interfere with crucial blood tests, like thyroid panels and literally tests used to diagnose heart attacks. Second, if there's no third-party testing seal, like NSF or USP, you have zero proof that what's on the label is actually inside the pill. And finally, if a bottle claims 30-day regrowth, just put it back. Biologically, hair cannot grow fast enough to show visible regrowth in 30 days. It's just a scam. Now, what's really interesting about this is how companies try to trick you. When supplement brands want to hide a cheap formula, they'll use the phrase proprietary hair blend. You might see this big, impressive number like 750 milligrams, but without the exact amount of each individual ingredient, it's a massive red flag. They do this to hide cheap fillers. Always demand full ingredient disclosure to ensure your doses actually match the clinical trials.
Section 3. Top recommended hair supplements.
Out of the 47 supplements we evaluated against strict clinical data, let's look at the big 3 that made the cut. Our number 1 overall pick is Nutrafol Women, which runs about $88 a month. Why? Because it's literally the only consumer supplement on the market right now with 6 published clinical trials backing it up, showing significant increases in terminal hair count. Now, if you want a more affordable option that still has solid evidence, the Viviscal Extra Strength is about $50 a month and has a clinical track record spanning over 25 years. But what if you just have a simple confirmed gap in your diet, like a mild biotin or zinc deficiency? You definitely don't need to spend $80. Nature's Bounty Hair, Skin, and Nails is our budget pick at just $12 a month. It doesn't have clinical trials on the finished formula itself, but it perfectly provides the raw materials to fill those specific gaps. Taking a quick pause here, if you are looking to upgrade your health routine without emptying your wallet, you've got to head over to foodnourish.net/deals. We've gathered some amazing exclusive wellness and supplement deals for you from brands like iHerb, Source Naturals, Alchemy Elements, and Bioptimizers. Whether you need hair vitamins, organic groceries, or recovery stuff, there are some great savings there. You can get the link right in the description of the video. Section 4. The Growth Timeline. Setting Realistic Expectations.
Here is the golden rule of hair biology, and you can't get around this. Hair grows a maximum of ½ an inch or about 1.25 centimeters per month, period. No supplement, no special serum, no laser helmet on Earth breaks that biological ceiling. What effective supplements actually do is change the percentage of your hair follicles that are in the active growth phase versus the resting phase. They wake the sleeping follicles up, but they just can't speed up the actual conveyor belt.
Let's move forward and see how this builds across a full year. In months 1 and 2, you're not going to see new length, but you'll likely notice less shedding in the shower. By months 3 and 4, that's when new baby hairs start peeking through at your hairline. By months 5 and 6, you finally start seeing visible changes in overall thickness, which, by the way, is exactly why real clinical trials run for 6 months. Finally, by months 9 through 12, you hit your maximum effect plateau. If you stop taking the supplement right here, your hair is just going to slowly return to its baseline over the next few months. Section 5. Final advice before buying. So, the crucial point is this. Do not guess what your body needs. Seriously, get a basic $40 to $80 blood panel first. Ask your doctor or a private lab to check your ferritin, your vitamin D, your zinc, and your TSH, which measures your thyroid. If any of these are low, you can fix your hair loss super cheaply with targeted single nutrient supplementation for literally just a few bucks a month. If everything comes back perfectly normal and you are still shedding, then it makes sense to invest in a clinically tested multi-ingredient formula like Nutrafol or Viviscal for a full 6 months. Remember, data first, supplements second. Check the episode description for the full article and all resources mentioned. Subscribe to the channel, like the video to help us grow our channel and continue delivering deep dives in health matters, and to subscribe to our channel to never miss another video. So, before you add another expensive bottle to your cart, ask yourself, do you actually know what your hair is starving for, or are you just feeding the supplement industry? Keep feeding your body the right data, and we'll see you next time.